What's good, everyone? I'm Hawk Von Dame, and you usually know me from hosting the Chin Checkers and trying something a little different. This is my show now, Hawk Talk New York, man, and I'm bringing you all the sports regarding New York. And tonight we have the New York Knicks with their first W in nearly a damn decade. Yes, yes. So I just wanted to get into a few things. If you want to call up, no problem. The number is 319-527-6031. And if you want to call up, the number is 319-527-6031. Back to live action. My fault, guys. First time ever. Little bit of technical difficulties, but let's get into it, man. New York Knicks finally with their first playoff win in nearly a decade. Oh my God. I can't believe it. I cannot believe that we finally New York Knicks finally with a W, man. So we just took on the Atlanta Hawks, and the final score was 101-92. And just to get into a few things, man, I just couldn't believe how bad Julius Randle was playing, but I'm not even really mad at the way he was playing. It looked like he was pressing a bit, and I don't even care about that. I was a little upset with Tibbs and his coaching because I felt like with everything going on and with the way everyone was playing, they were looking for someone to take the lead. And it looked like D Rose was up to the challenge. But for everyone else, it looked like they were off. RJ Barrett off. Everyone, no one really had that quality to really bring in the game. And whenever he put in that second unit, it just seemed like a jolt of life. And he showed up last game, which I don't want to dive into last game so much because I was so pissed off with. Matter of fact, we're going to dive into it. The reffing was so disgusting last game. But let me get back to that. Once he threw in that second unit and he gave him life, I felt like being that RJ Barrett was off, Bullock was off. Everyone was pretty much off. The whole starting unit, garbage. Alfred Payton, he lost his starting spot. I think you got to go with D Rose at the starting guard, and then to give him his break, you go with quickly on the second unit. But right now, Alfred Payton, so he could actually show you that he could contribute. I don't think you put him back in the game, man. I don't even see what's the purpose. He's not playing well. But when I was looking at the game, it bugged me out how the second unit was doing good, and he kind of forced. Obi was on fire. He forced Randle back in the game. He forced all these guys back in the game. And my thing with Tibbs is, if it wasn't, first of all, the starting unit was broke. They weren't playing well. They were not playing good. So the second unit gave you life. You might as well ride it to the wheels fall off. He ended up taking them out and going into the half, it kind of gave back a little momentum to the Hawks going into halftime. All right, it didn't work out. I was a little disappointed with that. But this game was very similar, eerily similar, where no one showed up. The second unit came in and they ended up giving them life. Finally, there was a sighting of Julius Randle in the second half. My problem was with Tibbs. He waited too long. We ended up winning. I mean, I don't want to seem like we ain't come away with the W. I don't want to seem like that, but it just bothered me that he took so long to go to that second unit in the second half. If they not playing well, you got to go with the hot hands. Them young boys came to play, man. I'm not sure if it's because they so young, they not even thinking, they not even feeling the pressure. But quickly, Burks, I don't understand why he ain't have Burks in there more. Excuse me. Burks and my guy, Obi Toppin, man. I've been, I was praying that the Knicks got him in the draft, and all year I've been dogging this guy because I wanted him here. But I was just saying, man, this guy's jumper looks off, and I don't know, within time of maybe sitting on the bench or practice, that guy came to play. That guy was playing defense, grabbing boards. He was putting up shots. Even the shots that missed were close. So I was loving everything that Obi brought to the table. Obi with the finish. I was just a little upset with Tibbs not going with that second unit just a tad bit more, a tad bit earlier. I'm glad we ended up pulling out the victory, but I was just a little upset with his coaching. Another thing is that Tibbs is more known for defensive coaching. Fine, I get it. He's a defensive coach. I get it. Fine. At some point, you have to have that fire where you pick on the other person's weakness. The NBA is full of superstars. So usually the superstars are the guys that close the games. Most guys that made to the NBA are superstars at the college level, then they get to the NBA, and now it fizzles down to the elite. Those elite guys are the ones that finish the games. The Dame Dollar, James Harden, Kevin Durant, Kyrie. It's crazy that they're all on one team, but those are finishers. You know what I'm saying? A guy like LeBron, a finisher. LeBron's not a great finisher, but a finisher. He finished off the Golden State Warriors this year. But my point is, when it comes down to those final clutch moments, the NBA almost shrinks, where the superstars control the pace of the game. They take the final shots. They run the same plays over and over, closing the game. And usually you got to force the ball out their hands where they make a play and dish it to a role play or whatever. We don't really have any superstar that could do that. We actually don't really have a lot of guys that can break down people off the dribble. D Rose, great all year. D Rose is one of the guys that can do it. Julius Randle, to me, has played above his potential or his talent. He's played out his mind, but he's not really a guy that you look to break someone down or ride to win the game. So for me, I feel like when you don't have that elite superstar, you got to be clever at it. You got to run screens, you got to run plays, but you also got to be smart in the fact that Trae Young can't defend anyone. If you notice, whenever he's the on-ball defender, he can't defend anyone. It's an easy basket. RJ got the ball last game in the post on him. Easy. Backed him down 2 dribbles. Easy 2 points. Burks had him on him. Easy 2 points. The thing is, they know that he can't guard anyone. He's softer than Sharman's. At that point, what they're doing is playing help defense. If you have no one that could break down the defense, attack Trae Young every play. And if you notice, Capella comes to help, that's when the team breaks down and you could kick the ball out and make some other plays. I just didn't understand the coaching or the mindset. Attack their weakness. It looked like we were struggling. Of course, almost for 6 quarters, we looked like we were struggling to score. Not the second unit. The second unit went out there and played fantastic. Obi is balling right now. He showed up. And the crazy thing was, I always say, you become an all-star in the regular season, putting up points. You become a fucking superstar, legend in the 4th quarter of the playoffs, man. You become it in the playoffs. That's when it matters. For you to step up and go out there. I ain't gonna lie, man. Obi went out there and played some ball, man. Right now, he's outplaying Julius Randle, though. Julius Randle finally showed up at the 4th quarter. I'm not knocking him. I'm just a little off on what these guys are doing. I don't understand it where you're struggling shooting, but you guys pass up wide open shots. Burks did it. Bullock did it. Randall did it. If you guys are struggling, take the easy shots. If you got a wide open shot and you miss, So what? So what? It's a good look. It makes no sense for you to sit there and force something that's not there. And then you're not even forcing it to their weakness. Attack Trae Young if you're gonna do anything. You got a wide open three, take the wide open three. Take what the defense gives you. If the defense is on you and you ain't getting nothing, spin the ball around, get the Trae Young side, and pick on him. Pick on him. Alex Burks got moves. If that's a complete mismatch to have Burks on Trae Young on Burks, it makes no sense. If that's the case, keep rotating the ball, and then when Capella and everyone collapse, then he frees up the kick out. So I was a little pissed off with the way the game was going, the flow of the game. It's understandable that sometimes you have off nights. At this point, Randall's having back-to-back off nights, but he ended up showing up in the fourth quarter. Shout out to the second unit, man. I love Quickly too. Quickly's coming to play. I'm a little disappointed at points where normally he gets these open shots and he knocks them down. He didn't. Cool. But when you have those open shots, you got to take them. You have to take them with confidence at that. You can't hesitate and be waiting seconds to go out there and put up a shot. Yeah, so it was definitely a great game, man. I'm ecstatic that the oh man, having a fucking complete brain fart on camera. Yeah, man, I'm just a little I'm ecstatic that we got our first playoff win, but man, did we struggled. We struggled. And I hope usually younger or rookies play better at home. Our rookies play phenomenal. In the Garden, the energy was bananas. I'm sure they're gonna show up. I'm just a little concerned where when we go to Atlanta, what's gonna happen. So I can't wait to see that game. So let's see what happens out in Atlanta. But one thing's for sure, man, they can't end up playing like this. They really can't. They can't show up playing like dog shit. Second unit's gotta actually come out there and really get busy. You know what I mean? Hello? Yo, man. You live with Hawk Talk, baby. Was good, man. What's up, man? Did you get to watch the game? Yes, I did. What were your thoughts, man?
My thoughts was Derrick Rose saved the next season.
Oh my goodness, he played huge.
RJ Barrett is going to need to be a little bit more assertive in game 3 and 4 if the Knicks want to win this series. Because they can't go to Atlanta and play like how they play.
Oh no.
Like yeah, they honestly they should be 0-2.
Oh yeah.
They should be 0-2. They won this week. They won this game, but they should be 0-2. They shouldn't be 1-1.
They played awful, man. Yeah. I just
it's like 2.5 quarters.
No. Yeah, I was gonna say if you add it up, they played 6 quarters of atrocious basketball.
Yeah. Probably more than that. About 6.
Finally, Julius Randle decided to show up in I guess the second half. But let me ask you this. I was a little pissed off with Thibodeau's coaching. Did you have any problem with his lineups? I felt like he should have went with the second unit seeing how hot they were that first half. Why did he wait so long to go to the second unit in the second half?
Because you gotta dance with the girl that got you there. So if you want to win this game, but you don't want to shut out the rest of your team for the rest of
Yes.
They've carried the team this whole season. RJ Barrett played every game. Julius Randle. That you want to make sure that those guys, even if the bench makes a run and they're coming back, you want them to be a part of everything. You get what I'm saying? They're the leaders of your team.
So real quick, Hope Von Dame here, and I'm talking with Rome Black, a producer out of Spanish Harlem. One of my best friends, my brother. So real quick, you didn't have a problem.
Want to get that?
Yeah, probably the best. Yeah, this is my brother, man. Sandbox days. But you didn't have a problem with Tibbs waiting so long to go to that second unit with the first unit struggling. They looked like they was playing insane.
No, because like I was telling somebody else while I'm watching it. Like Thibodeau's a great coach. So he wanted Julius Randle and RJ Barrett to be a part of that comeback. He wanted, because like the whole tenor of the game, right? Watching the whole tenor of the game and the energy of the game, it felt like the Knicks are just playing bad, but they playing with good energy. They're playing good defensive energy. They're doing everything, right? They're gonna come back. I was telling my coworker, like, yo, they're gonna come back. Don't worry about it. They were down 13. Like, they're gonna come back. They're gonna come back. Atlanta's not playing out the thing. If this was a regular season game and we play like Milwaukee tomorrow, or like, you know, this is the middle of the season, I would agree with you. Like, nah, go with the bench. But Thibodeau, like, come on, bro. He's been around Boston. He's been around the Knicks back in. He knows, if he would have, like, he already lost Alfred Payton. You get what I'm saying? Alfred Payton's gone.
Yeah.
He's gone.
At this point,
it's the ghost of Alfred Payton on the bench.
Yeah, at this point, I said before you called up, I said you got to start Derrick Rose and you got to go with quickly at the second unit. If you have to, maybe later on you make an adjustment to give both the guys some rest. Maybe you go with Peyton as the third guy off. But in no way, shape, or form should you start Alfred Payton. And you also got to give Derrick Rose a little more time sitting down, man. I mean, it felt like Rose played damn near the whole game, man.
It's funny too, because like this guy said it too. What's his guy name? Jamal Crawford. He was like, that rest was crucial for Derrick Rose to close out the game. It was true. He needed to close the game. So look, I already know. I already know what's going to happen. Derrick Rose is going to be on a time limit next game. Like, you know what I mean? So what you got for Derrick Rose, you probably get 1 or 2 of those games a week. You ain't going to get that every day.
Yeah.
Just because his body is not going to allow it to.
Yeah. So, he's got too many miles on the tire.
Yeah, so it's going to legitimately take RJ Barrett and Julius Randle to win the Knicks this series, win them the game. They got to split. They got to split. They have to split Atlanta. They have to.
So how concerned are you being that these are young guys? You just mentioned how this is Randle's first playoffs. This is RJ's sophomore season, Quickly's first rookie season. Normally, rookies at that, young guys play better at home than they do on the road. How concerned are you about the Knicks going at Atlanta?
How concerned am I? A little bit. I'm a little concerned because I don't like how they've been playing.
Yeah.
I'm not like, and then losing that crowd. And you know Atlanta's going to be loud, bro. You know Atlanta's going to be loud. Atlanta's going to be loud. Atlanta's going to be loud just off the strength of how loud New York was and how obnoxious the Knicks fans were. You understand what I'm saying? So Atlanta's gonna be loud. They're gonna be loud and they're gonna be aggressive. They're gonna be aggressive. Like, so Knicks gotta win. What's up, man? The Knicks gotta win. The Knicks have to win game 3. I feel that's important. They gotta win game 3. And they're gonna need big games from RJ Barrett. More RJ Barrett than Julius Randle. Because Julius Randle will do what he do. They need a big game from RJ Barrett.
For me, I think it's actually reversed, man. I feel like the Randle has to step up. Well, I don't think he's got to play out his mind, but he can't be playing as bad as he's playing. He cannot be.
So
Go ahead.
So part of how bad Julius Randle is playing is that they building a wall against him, just like how they do against Giannis. So like, cause Julius would put his head down as a bulldog in the China shot. Right? Like the China shot. That's it. So they're building walls. Like that's Atlanta's defensive thing. He has to like hit a jump shot.
Yeah.
Like I think he probably hit 1 or 2 jump shots a game. He gotta stop and pop. He gotta stop and pop. Even if he misses those shots, he gotta stop and pop. Stop, put his head down. He gotta stop and pop because he's gonna loosen up everything else. Same thing with RJ played a little bit better game 2 than he did for game 1. But like I feel like RJ battles the key because he's the second best player on the team. Supposed to be. He's supposed to be the second best player on the team.
Yeah, I also my biggest problem with the offense and the way the offense was moving is that Randall's playing awful. Fine. I don't have a problem with people missing shots. And I don't have a problem with you having a bad game. I have a problem with the bad decisions where the first game he was struggling shooting, but then passes up wide open shots. This game, Alex Burks, when the game breaks down, they kick it out. Burks passes up a wide open 3. Bullock passes up a wide open 3, but then these guys end up forcing bad plays. If you're not shooting great, you want the open shot. I don't get it. Wide open shots, those are the shots to take. I was a little disappointed with the offense.
But yeah, I was a little bit more disappointed with not the offense so much, but certain parts of the game defensively. They wasn't talking. Like they wasn't talking. Everybody was just like everybody was so concentrated on how they were struggling offensively that it affected the defense. That's the only reason why Atlanta went up by 13, because Atlanta didn't play well, bro.
No.
Like they went up when they was up 13, 15, whatever it was up by. I'm watching, I'm like, they're not playing well. I said the only reason why these dudes is up is because the Knicks are like pressing. Like everybody on the Knicks is pressing. Julius Randle was pressing. Bullock was pressing. Like Bullock is cash money, bro. He hasn't been cash these first games.
Not only that, he passed up, especially during the clutch time. That's when you want the open 3. Yeah. He was passing up shots. Oh my goodness, man.
Absolutely.
I also think that I was dogging him all season. Obi Toppin came to play these playoffs. Obi has been playing. Yeah.
So you know why? Because he defines his role. In the beginning of the season, they were putting him on the wing, shooting corner threes. He wasn't doing nothing else. They're starting to move him around a little bit more, and he's starting to become more comfortable in his skin. He's starting to realize, like, Julius Randle's the star of this team. Play the same position as Julius Randle. I got to get in where I fit in. So he's starting to get in where he fit in, being more aggressive defensive, being more offensive. Because he, like, the biggest plays he had was those switches and stuff that he was doing defensively, bro. Like grabbing balls and stuff. Like,
he was playing. Yeah, he was playing great. He had great defense. He was playing great on the boards. The funny thing is, usually he's not really a great defender, but their bigs aren't really that good anyway. So I find him to be playing outstanding. He's playing incredible. And like you said, it's things outside of scoring.
Exactly. So he definitely looked good. He definitely looked good. But I gotta hop up off this jack, bro.
It's good talking with you, man.
Yeah, man. Holla at me, man.
All right, bro.
All right.
Yeah, man, that's my boy Rome, like my brother. So yeah, man, this game coming up, I'm a little concerned on the way things are playing out. So hopefully these guys show up. During Atlanta, man, because it's definitely going to be a tough series. It's going to be a tough series. hopefully Tibbs makes the adjustment. At this point, you have to bench Peyton. You have to. You have to bench Peyton, and you may want to contemplate starting quickly. Either go with Derrick Rose starting, but you're definitely gonna have to give this guy some time. Yeah, man, it was a great victory, man. Yo, yo, what's good, man? You live with Hawk Von Dame, Hawk Talk New York, baby. Did you get to watch the game, man? Did you watch the finish?
Watched the whole game, great game. It was a great game. Fortunate to come out with the win. The Knicks really only played a quarter and a half of good basketball.
Oh my God.
A quarter and a half of good basketball won us the game. So if the Knicks just put it all together, we should. I still stand by that. We should win. We should win in 6. I really agree that. You know what I'm saying? Yo, we only played good. Yo, the first half was atrocious.
Yes.
And to start the third quarter, it was bad too. So y'all want to say the midpoint of the third quarter? It was false. It only took us a quarter and a half to win the game. If they could just put it together, we should be able to get rid of these dudes, bro. We really should.
Yo, the crazy shit was I kept tweeting everything. I was so upset with Tibbs and his fucking lineups that when he finally went with that second unit and they got busy, I almost lost it. Man.
Yo, Obi's coming of age, man, in front of our eyes, giving us good minutes. Like the numbers don't jump out at you. He probably had like 6 points or some shit like that. But I don't know, for some reason it was impactful.
No, because he was playing defense, he was grabbing boards, the energy he brought, man. He was running the floor. You know, normally Obi's a liability on defense, but their big men aren't actually that good. They're only perimeter players. They don't really break down and do much. So for him, it actually plays well into him. And they're kind of slow and he's got to step on these guys. I kind of want them to feature him more. You know, it was a point where a fast break broke out and quickly Derrick Rose kicked the ball out quickly. In my mind, before he even made the pass, I was like alley-oop to Obi. Quickly didn't do it. It ended up becoming a turnover, whatever. He missed the layup. But I don't know why they're not featuring him more, man. I just don't understand it.
I'm still watching a post game right now. There's another one, man. Unsung hero. The 3 fucking heroes of today's the 3 heroes of today's game was Derrick Rose for sure. Actually.
Oh yeah.
Josh Gibson, Reggie Bullock.
See, my problem with Bullock is Bullock, Burks, and Randall, and even Quickly. Not as much as Quickly because Quickly shoots. These guys are not shooting the wide open 3-pointers. They're not shooting them. The more difficult the shot is, that's what they take. I don't understand it. Burks packed up a wide open 3. Bullock passed up a wide, and this is all that money time. You know, the final 6 minutes of the fourth quarter, these guys were passing up open 3-pointers. I don't understand it, man. Yo,
you could tell that they're still learning how to get comfortable. We don't have a lot of players on our roster with playoff experience, man.
No, we don't.
Outside of Derrick Rose, and look at Derrick Rose. You know, that's why he's so comfortable in the role that he's in. He's done that, you know. He's new to this. But I was happy to get the win, man. Like, you know, if you told me coming into this game, yo, the Knicks are only gonna give you a quarter of good basketball, which you know, and with the win, I would take that. You know what I mean? So. Because that's what it was, yo. It was bad, bro. Like,
it was. Altogether, we played 6 quarters of atrocious basketball. Yeah. And then if you really minus the second unit, you could even say 7 quarters. If it wasn't for that second unit and the run they went on, oh my God, man.
You're absolutely right.
I'm just, you know, what confuses me is when the team is struggling, and maybe you can explain this. Tibbs to me is a great defensive coach, and I'm saying he's a great coach, but I don't understand how you could go so long with not running an effective offense, but not attacking their weak point. If Trae Young's on the floor, swing the ball till you get the mismatch with Trae Young. Then attack Trae Young.
All right, I'm gonna tell you the problem with that. I'm gonna tell you why that's been done. Because they don't have, like when you see the Rose with the ball, it's not like he's guarding Derrick Rose a lot of the time. They cross on a guy like Reggie Bullock. Now Reggie Bullock can't give him the ball and let him operate. The mismatch is not his game. He's not gonna post up. You know, so they'll have him on players who are more than him, but can't really utilize him because the matchup just doesn't. It's not beneficial to the Knicks. You know, now they have the ball. They have what's his name? But Bogdanovich is on Derrick Rose most of the time.
See,
it's not like
See, I get what you're saying, but even when
the thought of it is good. The thought of it sounds good and it makes sense. But if you look at like when the Knicks have it and they run in the offense, you can see it's very hard. They do a good job. Like Nick McMillan does a good job of hiding Trae. You'll put him on a guy like Reggie Bullock, who only really he's a 3-and-D guy. He can't really give Reggie Bullock be like, yo, take this rock, take him to the hole, let him operate. He's not that type of guy. The Knicks actually don't have a lot of guys like that. Only dudes like that is really RJ Barrett, and RJ Barrett rarely gets.
You're missing someone. I feel like when they do that, you're struggling, and you have Bullock in the game. You got to get Bullock out of it, and you go with Burks. Burks can make that mismatch, and then I'm talking about their offense has struggled for 7 quarters. If that's the case, put in Burks, and you attack Trae Young, and at least that creates the opportunities to dish it to other people. The one time they went at him, Capella's sitting in that lane, almost like like a 5 seconds or 3 seconds. He's in that no man's land trying to help Trae Young. But at least that opens up the kickout pass where you can rotate and get a free shot. Now, they did it maybe once or twice, but that's crazy. To me, that's insane where you got a guy who's such a weak defender. You're struggling offensively. You're already struggling. You might as well go after him. I don't get it.
Yeah. And well, like I said, there's a lot of adjustments, especially going into Atlanta. There's going to be a lot of adjustments that need to be made. We have to. It got scary real quick, especially like the first 3 quarters. It was scary because have an answer. We still didn't have an answer to Trae Young. But what wound up happening was everyone was hitting shots in the first half. We just started hitting. Bogdanovich was missing. What's the other guy? The second-year player that he got. I forgot his name. Second-year. Had 3 to start the game. He couldn't hit shit. He couldn't hit nothing in the second half. Like they just couldn't hit shots. But hitting shots, Trae Young is really dissects us sometimes, man. And we gotta do a good job figuring out how to keep him contained, man.
I'm just a little concerned going out to Atlanta for 2 reasons. Because the first game, the refs were calling the game very, to me, they were calling it perfect. Playoff basketball, hard-nosed basketball. But the final 6 minutes of that first game, they started blowing their whistle like crazy. Trae Young had nine free throws. It was disgusting where anytime they touched Trae Young, it was a foul. This game a little more even, but still, I'm not a fan of the touch foul or the flopping.
He led the league in free throw attempts. So this is what he does. Now, the one thing I'm curious of that I gotta look up is Atlanta's home court, but I don't know if they one of the stronger teams at home. I'm not sure. That's something I would have to look up. how they look at home. Like not even overall. I just want to know how they've been at home in the second half of the season. How do they you could just wash away the first half of the season because they just completely different team since they've been willing to go over.
Yeah.
So I would like to see what their home record is since the second half of the season. If they were one of the stronger teams, that I'm really not sure of that. And that's something that I would like. I'm curious. Like I would like to see.
I just get a little nervous, being that you saying that he led the league in free throw attempts. Usually, you get more calls when you at home, and what I don't.
It could be a problem, definitely.
I don't understand playoff basketball, man. NBA's got to look into this. It's playoff basketball. How did they call a flagrant on that bump with Bullock?
Yes. See, now my thing is this too, Dane. Now that you're talking about your son or whatever, my thing is this: he's gonna get calls. He's gonna get them. He knows how, but make them count. I don't mind. He's gonna if there's a foul, it's a ticket. But if that was make it count. Make them feel it.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? If you're gonna get called for questionable shit, might as well, bro. You know he's gonna get the call. When it happens, make him feel that shit. Make him get off the floor, bro. Yeah. Knock him on his back a couple of times.
Smack the shit out of his hand. If they gonna call a touch foul, fucking whack him.
I don't mean to sound crazy, but try to break his finger, bro.
Nah, it's the truth. It's the truth. I don't understand
because
where.
You're gonna get the call anyway.
Yeah.
So make it count.
Yeah.
Make it count. You want to fly by here? You know what I mean? Hold that.
I just don't understand the touch fouls, man. It's playoff basketball. They're blowing their whistle. And even, once the game started and they started getting on their whistle, I don't even like it when it's in our favor. I don't like the soft fouls, man.
We're not getting that. There was a couple of plays quickly today.
Yeah.
It's the same shit. It's the same shit that Trae Young do. And I understand he's a rookie, but come on. If there's a foul, it's a foul. Foul is a foul, bro.
Yeah. They also were roughing up Randall going to the rack, but everyone else is getting touch fouls.
Yeah.
I don't understand that.
Yeah. Yeah, there was one play he scored on Capella.
Yeah.
You see him, like his back. Fuck it. Like, I'm like, yo.
How is that not an N1?
How is that not an N1?
It's crazy.
Randall ain't played well, but he's still 15, 12, and 4. Respect numbers. The shooting numbers are down, but he stood the course, man. It got us to win. So,
So on a whole nother note, I'm not looking at the game, but I just checked it out. 49-35, Utah Jazz is killing the Grizzlies right now.
Yeah, as they should, as most people would have predicted. So Hunter, that's his name, Hunter.
Yeah.
Hunter was banging threes, man, that first half. Like when he's hitting the three, it was really hard to guard them because he just provides extra space. And they got shooters, bro. That floor shit is clicking. It's hard to run out on everybody. But all these people that were hitting shots in the first half, the lid closed on them. And we got that because of that.
Donovan Mitchell with 12 points in 10 minutes. He's 3 for 5 in 3-pointers. He's 3 for 7 in field goals.
He's gonna be a future Knick, bro.
I hope so, man. I really think if we could get a player like him and not lose too much assets, like every time we get a superstar, we end up having to gut the team. If we could get a legit superstar, which he is, we're definitely a contender with Brooklyn.
We're gonna get him. I think so. Either gonna get him or Zion.
That's interesting.
I believe we're gonna get bro. I know we get suckered into this thinking people are gonna come here, but he's one of the guys. I'll be surprised if he wins his whole career without being a Knick. I got a feeling that shit is gonna happen. There's a lot of variables, a lot of reasons. His post-game interview, the last time I played them, I've never seen it. I've never seen anything like that, bro. Never.
Are you talking about Zion?
I see people floating around with it here and there, but his shit was so.
Are you talking about Zion's post game?
Yeah. It was blatant, bro. I mean, when you mentioned New York, the kid, he smiled from ear to ear. You know, the things he was saying, like he was speaking glowingly about New York. Glowingly. So I'm like,
See,
and his brothers on the team. You know what I mean? There's a lot of. You
see,
know,
you know what's crazy is my memory's so bad. I can't really remember, but I think the draft night, he didn't look happy that the Knicks didn't get the #1 pick.
Oh, of course not. Who wants to end up on the Pelican? I mean, who wants to be a Pelican before being a Knick, bro?
Yeah, man.
Nobody. And I understand the whole shit. I'm just happy to be in the league, but chill.
Nah, it's of course. Plus, him and RJ Barrett are tight from what they say.
Exactly.
You know.
Yo, I'm laughing. Yo, that's sad, bro. I remember coming into the draft, man, this Cam Reddish, man, he couldn't.
Yeah.
I'm waiting for him to come in. I'm like, damn, man. Oh man, that's so sad.
Yo, you know what the thing was? All right. So I always post this about RJ Barrett. He didn't play any defense in Duke. He was awful from free throw line, and he wasn't a good 3-point shooter. So
he was still buckets, and you could see that. Like when you buckets, bro.
All right.
When you buckets and you have the size and strength, it's gonna translate into the NBA. It might not translate year 1, year 2, but eventually, if you work hard and you just have that ability to score, you have that ability to score. We've seen it night in and night out when he goes a whole half. He'll go the first half with 4 points, 6 points, and then end the game with 22, 21. That's a scorer for you. Score, bro. Eventually they score.
Nah, for me.
The proof is in the footage. Remember when Zion's his shoe exploded and he was out for them games?
I remember.
RJ put up all-time great collegiate numbers in that span, bro. All-time great numbers, bro. Like he was doing great.
Yeah, nah, you stretching it, man. It wasn't no nah. You're stretching it, man.
Yo, look at RJ's numbers. Look, his first year playing college.
See,
they were phenomenal.
I don't want to seem like I'm bashing him, though. I don't want to seem like I'm bashing him, but he didn't play defense. He didn't shoot well. I mean, it's the truth. And then when he got to the league, immediately that changed with his defense. He immediately became one of the best defenders on the Knicks. And then,
but this is my thing. If the team if you're playing mostly zone basketball, you can't even showcase your defensive skills because it's not made for you to lock people up one-on-one. Playing zone, so you can't properly assess a player's defensive instincts, his defensive tenacity. You know what I'm saying? You can't really properly assess that when you're constantly playing zone basketball.
I disagree, but yeah, I was definitely wrong about RJ Barrett being a bust, and I was even wronger about Cam Reddish being good.
Oh man, but he is, man. I don't know what's going on. Now he's good. I still think he's gonna be a solid end because he can shoot. I just think time took his course in Atlanta. I think he's gonna, after this rookie contract plays out, he'll find some place where he'll be
Yo,
make use of him.
What do you think? What do you think of this comparison? Cam Reddish is talented. He's talented. He could play ball, but his decision making is so poor. Don't you think he's almost like Julius Randle, 2019 Julius Randle, where you see the talent?
I could see him 5 years from now landing in a place that's perfect for him, and then he'll wind up getting busy.
Hopefully, man. Hopefully. To me, it's his
mind. He has the height. He has the jumper. He has the height, the jumper. You can put it on the floor. You know, I don't know how much he's learning right now, but the IQ needs to get better.
That's the main thing. That's the most important part.
That hurts when you're not playing every day. But
Come on, man.
he's talented. You know what? You know what? I'm gonna go on the limb and say that Duke 3, somewhere along the line, bro, they all gonna be Knicks. He'll be coming. He'll be 6th man of the year in New York. By the time, bro, he'll be 6th man of the year in New York, man. He'll be up the bench for the Knicks. And RJ, and Zion. They're gonna get us a ring, man.
I'm good, man. I don't mind admitting when I'm wrong. I was wrong about RJ. I was even wronger about Cam Reddish. You know, fuck that. I wouldn't mind Zion coming to New York. I would love Donovan Mitchell. I think Donovan Mitchell fits perfectly here.
He's a New York guy, man. He's a Met fan and all that, man. He's a New York guy.
Man, that's a move. I don't think we have enough assets to get him. I think a team like Utah would ask for way too much for us to get him, and you can't completely.
It isn't paradise over there, but there's always rumblings of him just like rumblings off and on of him just being like a little unhappy over there or uneasy over there. So you know, as long as the Knicks continue to we will become appealing to players like him. And players like him, when they look over here on our side, they're gonna be like, yo, I'm not happy where I'm at, man. I want to be over there. You know that's how it goes down, bro.
Yo, isn't it crazy that fucking the Brooklyn Nets got 3 superstars, and James Harden had to come out and promote the ticket sales?
No one gives a shit. There's still only one team in New York, bro.
It's only one team in New York, man.
Did you see how the Garden was rocking, bro?
Yo, Alan Hahn was on the radio today. Shout out to Alan Hahn. Alan Hahn was on the radio and said that one day that he was calling the game, you could actually feel the floor shake. He said that happens in the Garden. The floor shakes, yo.
Oh, that was a dope moment too, man. When the crowd was celebrating their Obi. You see his mom was crying. That was a dope moment.
No, I'm not watching right now.
No, they were showing it during the game, but like now in the post game, they were just showing what's going on, and I forgot about that moment. That moment was pretty dope.
Yeah. That's cool, man.
But there's only one team in New York, bro.
Yeah.
There's only one team in New York. There's only one team that matters in New York, man. You know, like Barkley Center don't be rocking like that, bro.
No, it's only one basketball team. There's other teams because Big Blue's gonna be a problem this year.
Oh yeah.
That's gonna be a whole nother show right there. Right now, today is Knicks night. We got our first playoff victory in damn near a decade.
First playoff victory.
Yeah.
We didn't work hard to get it, man. We only gave them a quarter and a half, but we still pulled it out. You know what I'm saying? We still pulled it out. Get with a quarter and a half of basketball, really, man, because we just been sleepwalking. Kind of disappointing, but we're in a fortunate situation. But as bad as we played, we 1-1.
Yeah.
So can't be too mad. I think our best basketball in the series is yet to come. I think one of the most reliable guys on our roster is the bench guys, Derrick Rose, Taj Gibson, Alec Burke. These guys are so reliable, man. They've been reliable since they got here, and that shit is translating into.
Also, Burks. I think Burks is going to be the X factor.
Yo, Noel too, man.
Oh yeah, he's playing. He's been playing great all season.
I'm saying hero, man.
Been playing great all year. I just feel like in order for us to win this series, Randall has to be Randall, but also Alec Burks has to get busy. These other guys in the second unit, other than Lou Williams, he's the guy. He's got to get busy, man. So he needs to have another game like he had that first night. But so when's our next game? Is it Saturday? Friday
night, and then Sunday afternoon.
Oh man, let's go.
I'm hyped, bro.
Yeah,
I'm
man.
hyped. I'm ready.
Well, all right, man. I'm gonna get out of here. This is the first time ever Hawk Talk New York, man. So we got our first W. We'll be back to review Friday night. And peace out, y'all. Take care.
Yes, sir.
Later, Will.